Hey everybody! Yay! It's Thursday and we're back live. It is Thursday, March 13th. Welcome to my show, Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce, where I come to you at this time every Thursday and obsess and talk with you all about my favorites. Well, I have two favorite subjects, tomatoes and gratitude, which you guys probably know. So welcome back. It's been 5 weeks. I'm not sure how that is because I was only gone for 3, but I guess, well, my flight was on one Thursday and then I got back last Thursday. Neither of those days could I do a show. So it has been 5 weeks since we've been together. I'm so excited to be back. The reason why I'm a couple minutes late is I'm trying to cram in like only one more tomato. I can put one more tomato in. I don't know why I do this. I get excited. So I've got some really awesome sauce varieties to talk with you guys about this week. I've missed you all. If it's your first time watching, welcome. I run a group with my friends Jen and Kina, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap on Facebook. If you aren't on Facebook, join just to be a member of our community. You won't be sorry. And we appeal to end this show. Everything we do appeals to the beginner. If you're new to tomato gardening, if you're a seasoned gardener like me, there are no stupid questions. We really like to, we all started somewhere, right? So we like to help the newcomer. I like to help the newcomer for sure. And my private messenger on Facebook is always open for questions and comments. So please join Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap if you're on Facebook. And if you don't already subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head, which you probably know because, well, most of you are probably watching on that. But we are streaming also on Instagram Live. Hi, everybody. If you are watching on Instagram, I'm unable to see your comments. So I'm glad that you're here. If you would like to contribute to the conversation, I do try to get as many comments on the screen as possible. Bebop on over to YouTube and check us out on Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. Or you're welcome to watch on Instagram. You just won't be able to ask any questions or contribute or win prizes. I'm back to giving away prizes. Yay! I shouldn't say we. I was going to give away prizes today, and then I've had a couple very generous donors who actually asked me before I went away if they could give. And so Linda Wicker Downing and Deb Tessier Toothaker are giving away prizes today. So if you want to win, it's only available to the live viewers, unfortunately. Type in hashtag tomato. I think the EV Mux or whatever this thing is, EvMux giveaway tool is working finally. So, but I have the backup just in case. So type in hashtag tomato. Where is it? Right here. And you can, anytime during the episode, and you can win. I'll do a drawing at the end. Linda is giving away for 3 people 10 varieties, a choice from her trade list that you'll get to work out with her. Deb is giving away for 5 people 5 varieties. And before I forget, there's somebody, I don't know if they're here yet or watching today. They're Harley the Swamp Bitch and her significant other, Mike Giroux. They sent me these seeds last year, and I've been really remiss in handing these out. It's 5,000 seeds. I'm not going to give away all of them in one shot. But if you have any interest in getting, they're beautiful seeds, as you can see. They're all obviously very fresh, fermented. They just don't know the variety. So if you like to spin the wheel, take a gamble, and you would like some free seeds, perhaps this could be great for a new gardener or somebody that's got unlimited space where you don't really care. Send me a private message. All I'll ask for is just a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I will hook you up with a bunch of these seeds. Thank you, Harley and Mike, if you're watching. Sorry it's taken me so long. I was working like a mad woman. So let me backtrack a bit. I've been away, as I mentioned already, in Destin, Florida, visiting my parents. They winter there. It is other than my garden, it is my happy place. It's truly heaven on earth. If anybody's ever been to Destin or the Panhandle, they call it the Emerald Coast. It is just paradise. It's hard to believe it's in the United States, but it is. Only because it looks like the Caribbean. So I spent 3 weeks with them. I thought maybe I would do an episode or two while I was away, but decided to just hold space for them and cherish our time together is really special to me. They're both 80 now. So while I did do some writing and I worked on the groups and all of that stuff while I was away, I thought, I'll just wait till I get back. So I've been away, but why did I bring that up? I've been away. Oh, I know why. Because many of you know that I run quite behind on giving away prizes. I worked day and night and day to get all of the prizes out. So everybody should be caught up to date, with the exception of the few in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap that I granted wishes this week, which is only a few. So I feel back in action. So that's part of the reason why I just didn't need something else on my plate, but I am ready. What is it? Eager, ready, and waiting, whatever, to give out seed prizes today. Thank you, Deb and Linda. Always, always, always so generous, the two of you are. It's really, they're just a prime example of the type of people that we find in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. Here's the group again. It's really such a special place with very generous people. We have zero drama. Whatever Kina, Jen, and myself deal with behind the scenes, it never, ever, ever carries through to the group, because who wants that? You're in a tomato group. Tomatoes are supposed to be fun, and not everybody sees it that way. There's some egos involved, whatever, it doesn't even matter, but you'll never see it on the page, because I view it as kind of an oasis to escape for the tomato enthusiast. So we are a special place. And yes, we do have some posts each week where you can seek certain varieties you may be looking for, share varieties. Everybody is so generous. It's definitely a give and take. If you're trying to build your collection and you don't have much, our Thursday stamp game, which Jen runs every Thursday, is a great place to trade varieties for stamps. It's great. So if you don't have anything to trade yet, it's great. I can't say enough great things about our group. I've already got 140 comments here. I'm going to be really behind. But one of the special things about the show and why I like to do it live is to bring you guys into the conversation. So if you're just joining us, welcome. Make sure you type in #tomato if you'd like to win prizes from Linda and Deb. And let's see who we've got here. Kelly's here. Hi, Kelly. So excited for today's episode. Hi, everyone. Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Becoming a green stalker, just getting my planting schedule together. What a task. I thought I was done. I thought my grow list was set in stone. It's still probably it might be 2 weeks early. We might start seeds next week, only because we're going to be away the following week, which is when I would normally plant. I realized that end of March, early April is key for me. I did start dwarfs yesterday, though, only because I make those what I refer to as my garage tomatoes. They don't get super big. They won't outgrow my indoor grow lights, and I put them in grow bags. And during, April and May, before I plant outside, which is really should be the end of May, Rob and I drag them out into the sun during the day, and we drag them in. So dwarfs are a bit easier to handle for me. So I did start dwarfs yesterday. Who else we have here? Hey, Sherman. Welcome back. Thank you. Glad you had a nice vacation. Beautiful sunrise video. Glad you saw it. Hello, fellow tomato heads. That sunrise video I put on my YouTube channel was sort of a mistake. So my other group is called Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain. I've run it for 10 years. It's my other pride and joy, other than my children, of course, but Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap and Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain are my pride and joy. And for the past several years, I've gone down to Destin. I live stream the sunrises over the Gulf directly into the group, and people love it. And so Facebook is starting a new thing where live streams are only going to be kept for 30 days. And so I uploaded it to my other YouTube channel, Gratitude Addict, or so I thought. It went to my Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head channel. Not the end of the world, but I also did it from my iPad, so the quality is kind of lousy. Maybe one of these days I'll upload the sunrises where Destin is situated. You can see the sunrises over the Gulf, and you can see the most gorgeous sunsets over it too. It's, obviously about as south as you can get here in the United States, except for the tip of Florida, but it's on the panhandle. So it really is just heaven on earth. The sand is like powdery white. The water is this turquoise. It's just, I didn't even know that part of Florida existed until a couple of years ago when they started going down there. So it was a really wonderful time. I caught some sun, as I'm sure you can see, and we just did a lot of great things. Riley, my daughter, came down for a week, which was really special because she leaves again in 2 weeks. She's an actress. She's going to be setting sail on the Disney Magic as a performer who may or may not have something to do with Cinderella again. And she did that same contract on a different ship, March through December of 2024. So we're going to miss her. So having that time with her and her grandparents was great. And then Rob came down for a week. So it was really great. Oh, Rowena, joining in while on holidays in the Bahamas. Here, I'm talking about heaven on earth. Correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't you, there was something going on with you. Was it last year you were also in the Bahamas or somewhere? I think it may have been. Was it signing up for our grow outs or something like that? I feel like I remember something along the lines of you had to make sure you checked in because you were away on holiday. Maybe it wasn't the Bahamas, but for some reason I think it was. Let me know. Sorry, I'm so behind on the comments, guys. I want to get to as many of you as possible. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Jennifer Bella. Need my tomato fix too. Now tell me you're on the beach. Oh, that's not for me. Yes, Rowena, tell us you're on the beach for sure. Who else we have? Christy Sessions is here. Hey, Christy. Oh, my buddy Jen, my partner in crime, Jen Joy. Oh, how I've missed this. I've missed it too. If you didn't catch my episode of Tomato Talk Live, Jen Joy, if you don't subscribe to her YouTube channel, you must, although I'm sure you do already if you're watching this. We had our first March episode of Tomato Talk Live just last Friday, and we were joined by the one and only Craig LaHoulier. Again, I think this was his fourth appearance. If you don't know Craig, he's the author. He's really the king of tomatoes. I mean, I think there's really, you could argue there's nobody really as much of the king of tomatoes as he is. He's the author of what I consider to be the Bible of tomato books, Epic Tomatoes. You can get used copies on Amazon, but they're not that expensive. So he was on our show, and again, just a phenomenal appearance, talking all about seed starting this time, and gave some really helpful tips. I don't do everything that he does, but he even talks about that. I say with all of my advice, and I'm sure Jen can agree, I share my experience and what works for me. And I like to say, take what you want and leave the rest. Maybe you'll find one little nugget of help for you in your journey. And I've already spoken to a few of you who are starting tomato seeds for the first time. I'm so glad you've private messaged me to get some ideas and advice. I'm always happy to give it, really happy to give it. I have a list here of things I want to make sure I didn't talk about. While I was away, I wasn't even expecting any trades as far as I know, but I got home to a stack of seed mail from so many of you who were just sending like seeds and stamps as a thank you. Be still my heart. I mean, maybe one of those I knew about, most of them weren't. So thank you all again. We are the most generous group of tomato heads, and I'm so grateful for Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. We've been, I think it's July will be our 2-year anniversary, so it's creeping up. So thank you everybody who sent, and that's not a plea for anybody to send me seeds and stamps at all. I'm just saying thank you for those of you who did. The stamps go a long way when giving out lots of prizes and stuff. Oh no, Linda, you're having trouble with your internet. We can't have that. I hope, is it your internet or am I in trouble here? Anybody? I haven't seen anybody else comment. Rowena's not on the beach. Wi-Fi doesn't reach that far. Well, good for you. Good for you. I'm really happy that you're away. How long are you away for? Hi, Mike. Nice to see you. Mike Williams. Heidi says tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Eric Mooney. Hi, Eric. I'm so excited for today's awesome sauce. Howdy, tomato friends. Who else we have? Rebecca Wood. Hi, Rebecca. Beautiful day today, tomorrow, rain and snow forecasted. I can't wait for spring. Ugh. We've had a gorgeous couple days here. I'm in Western New Jersey, 6B, if we're talking planting zones. And we had a 70-degree Fahrenheit day 2 days ago. Yesterday was in the low 60s. Today is sunny. I didn't do anything out there. Yesterday I started the dwarfs, like I said. I started peppers the day before. Rob and I were supposed to do it this weekend, and one thing led to another, and we didn't get to the peppers. But I prepped for getting ready for the peppers, so or I prepped for planting the peppers. So those are all planted, and I planted those about a week later than I did last year. But honestly, last year was totally fine. So, and I don't do super hots, which I know take even longer to germinate. So I should be okay. And then last night I did lettuce, finally. Lettuce. And so I still have to do kale and greens and herbs. I'm very behind on the herbs. C'est la vie. What will be, will be. It'll all be good. Hi, Michelle. Glad to see you here. Hi, Kristen. Husband discovered a company that has tons of good old mushroom compost. So ready to get a few truckloads ASAP. Yay! You won't be sorry. It has made a tremendous difference in productivity in my gardens. Oh my gosh, crazy. I know not everybody has access to mushroom compost, especially in other parts of the world, but if you do, I highly recommend it. We have Heidi and I have a local garden center that has it, that they deliver to us, which is kind of crazy because we're sort of out in the boondocks, but I'm very grateful. Hey, Brianna, I was thinking of you today, Brianna. I was meaning to send you a private message. I have a question about a variety you sent me last year that I want to message you about that I forgot the name of. Hi, Brianna. It is almost spring. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Well, here in the United States, we turned our clocks ahead. We spring ahead for daylight savings time. So I know my normal time, for those of you not watching in the United States, or in Europe, I should say, we're 1 hour less or 1 hour earlier than what, is that making sense? Yes. So it's 4 o'clock here, where it's normally 5 hours ahead in the UK. It's only 4 today. And where it's 6 hours ahead for Kina in Norway, it's only 5 only. I know it's still late. So we have a brief period of time where the time gap closes a little bit. Hey, Michael, producer extraordinaire. Glad you're here. Mike started 2 trays yesterday, ready to go. Rebecca, this is so funny. Last night I bought a 4 cubic foot bag of perlite for $25, taped up, not much missing. Was that a price? It's only, and I'm sorry that you have some missing. This happens with me all the time too. Amazon actually is a 50 cubic foot bag. And I ordered one last week because I kind of stock up. I use it to kind of amend my raised beds, just to kind of fluff it up a little bit, and it goes fast. And the 50 cubic foot bag is always ripped, so I always have a bunch in the box. But last week I placed an order for one, and I got a notification from Amazon 2 days ago saying too damaged to send, so I don't even know what it looks like, but I ordered another one. Hi, Amanda. I'm still 20 minutes behind on the comments. Sorry, guys. Maybe I won't get to all the tomatoes I wanted to talk about today, but that's okay. We have next week. Sun is shining and Lauren has returned to us. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Thanks, Amanda. Glad you're here. I'm trying not to start my tomatoes too early, 7A. Resist. I know it's so difficult. Jen, Craig, and I spoke about this last week. I don't know if Samantha Schaefer's watching, but she also weighed in on this. It's so tempting to start early because we're all excited. We've got our grow lists all situated. We see everybody else starting. Now, those other people may be way down south from us, and they should be starting. You know, people in Florida started a long time ago. But I have seen time and time again people having to restart seedlings because it just we think, and logically so, that we'll get earlier tomatoes, but we don't. Jen and I have talked about this at length. And Craig agreed to. Craig takes his lead from us. Jen and I are really the experts, and Craig's like, yeah, I'll just do whatever they do. Not really. But they do catch up with each other. Even weeks, I'll start things weeks after, because I kind of succession sow tomatoes. I started that last year and it worked well. You won't get earlier tomatoes, and you do risk damage of outgrowing your grow lights and the plants getting stressed because of whatever pot you're growing them in. Resist. You will thank me later, trust me. And anybody who's done it, and I used to do it too, resist. Kristen says, growing a cherry variety called egg yolk. Thought it was perfect with this egg hiatus. Anyone ever grown it? I heard yesterday that the eggs are going down in price. Although I know a lot of our viewers keep chicken, so probably don't have to worry about it. And I don't eat eggs. We eat plant-based, so I don't buy eggs. But I have seen the prices and the store shelves like completely. I was in Whole Foods with my daughter last week. There were no eggs on the shelf. I think Eggsland's Best was the only brand. Everything else was like completely sold out. But I heard something, I don't even know what it was, yesterday, that either the eggs they're getting more. It's all because of the avian bird flu, which has been running rampant for months now. I think I may have heard the prices are going down. But hey, there's our third musketeer. Hey, Kina. And hi, everyone. What is that emoji? Looks like a robot. Is that a robot? Glad you could watch, Kina. Who else we have here? Hey, Claudia. Glad you're here. I'm trying to get to everybody I haven't gotten yet just to speed things along. It's our new friend, Chef D.L. Turner. Hey, Chef. Nice to see you here. Sasha's here. Hello, Tomato Peoples. Looking fresh and tan. Yes, I feel so fresh and refreshed, and nice to be able to get out in the sun. It was just beautiful. And the weather down there this time of year, especially earlier, last year I went down in January into February, and it's a bit bipolar. The first couple days I was down, it was a bit chilly, like maybe in the 40s, but we were getting up into the 70s Fahrenheit. And on the beach in the sun, it feels even less. It was nice getting some sun for sure. Hey, Linda, I hope your internet's working better. Meyer Way. Hi, Lauren and Tomato Friends. Hi there. Teresa, I wanted to mention you. I'm glad you're here. Hi, friends. Hi, Lauren. So I went off on a tangent when it came to filling prizes. Teresa, there's many of you that have donated who would like to give away prizes during the show. And Teresa's one of them. I've sat on these for a bit. So next week, Teresa, I'm giving away some of the seeds that you've donated. Thank you to all who have donated. Much appreciated. Really, I was prepared to do my own prizes this week. And then with everybody stepping up, I decided no need to. Thanks, Rowena. I feel more rested for sure. Especially once I got those seed trades, like granting seed wishes weigh very heavily on me. And I love to give away seeds. It's not a chore at all. I love it. But it's always in the back of my head. And I wrote a book a couple years ago. This is one of my books. It's called the 52-Week Intention Journal. And I talk about like dealing with one thing at a time. Like I really wish I would practice what I preach, but it's true. So now I need to only take on what I can take on. Good luck with that. And just, I get so sidetracked when I see somebody in the group that is looking for something that I have, like bacon, lettuce, and this is a perfect example. I feel like I must send it to them because if it's for this growing season, I must send it to them. So, so getting that caught up helped, but also being in Florida and not doing all that I usually do here at home is great. Hey, Chastity, nice to see you, my friend. Who else we have? Hey, Mary, glad you could be here. And not sure how to pronounce this one. At Finn at. So glad to have Tomato Talk back. I'm glad you're here. Here's Deb. Hey, Deb. Thank you for your donation. And you too, Linda. They're the Bobbsey twins, those two. Oh, my beautiful friend. It's so wonderful to see you again. I love you. I love you right back. And I'm going off on many tangents today, so I will get to tomatoes eventually. But I was thinking about how Jen and I just, we get Craig LaHoulier, and he's just the best guest. And those of you who watch the shows, And it's like, where do we go from there? We've had some great guests. We've had Bill Yoder. We've had Alex from Lucky Garden. We've had some wonderful guests. And then I'm like, you know what? I'd like to have Jen Joy on my show, but she's a co-host of the show. I was thinking that just before the show, Jen. Hope you know how much I love you and admire you and love working with you. Oh, Chastity, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. And this goes for anybody. There are no stupid questions at all. Please feel free to private message me. I think I have my email address too. If you're not on Facebook or in the group, this is my email address, lernie@me.com. It's not a narcissistic address. It's just the default for Apple phones that I got many, many years ago. So it's not like, hey, it's at me. I think I do have a Tomato Head one, Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head at gmail.com, but I never give that out. It's a little lengthy. Anyway, feel free to message me with any questions you may have. But your best bet, joining our group, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, you'll get your questions answered and then some. All right, how much far behind am I? I'm going to skip over some of these as long as I've gotten to. Oh, Francis is here. Not in class today? I'm so glad to see you, Francis. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Jamie. You're not in class. I probably freaked you out, when you get those dreams. I don't know if you guys still have dreams that you like have a final and you missed all your classes. That's Jamie. Glad to see you, Francis. Speaking of Francis, that's a good lead in for my shirt, which you've probably read already, Quietly Plotting My Next Tomato Harvest. This is one of many shirts I've gotten from Inspired Garden Life. And they have a plethora of tomato and gardening shirts, and they have a long-standing coupon for those for our followers and members of Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. Coupon code TLC15 will give you 15% off, and that's inspiredgardenlife.com. Really great people too. Somebody told me about them several months ago. I saw this great shirt that I didn't have, and I have a lot. And then I looked, they have like 40 different tomato shirts. It's kind of crazy. And so I thought of you, Francis, because I know you've got at least one, and you look so cute in them. Hey, Andrea, glad you're here. Oh, Justin. Boy, you guys are setting me up for some things here. Justin says, our Tomato Tour Tuesday's coming back this growing season. They are. And if you're in the group, I mentioned, I didn't like put it in bold or anything. Oh, I think I did put it in bold. I don't know. I said I have an announcement I'm going to do today. They are coming back this season, and I'm starting a little bit early, but without the garden. So last year I started Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce early April because I was doing all of these shows. I didn't have it weekly yet. I was doing all of these shows talking about varieties I'm growing in 2024 was last year. And it was getting to like 6 episodes or something. So I'm like, maybe, and everybody seemed to love it. I was doing it live. So I'm like, I'll do a weekly show. So that's how this show got started. And rather than do that with this show, because I really like to show new varieties I haven't shown before, and a lot of what's on my grow list for this year is I've already shown you. Whether or not you guys remember, I don't know. But so starting next week, next Tuesday, what's the date? What's the date? I should have this ready already. Yes. Okay. March 18th, day after St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to be doing a separate show showing varieties from my 2025 grow list. So now you can watch me Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that will probably take so long it leads into Tomato Tour Tuesdays. So maybe it's a little Lauren overkill, but I thought that was a good way to do it. So I hope you guys can all join me. And of course, just like this show, it's all recorded. If you can't watch live, you can watch the recording. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is your first Awesome Sauce show, Chef? Oh, I guess I must have seen you on, I guess it was on Tomato Talk Live. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. Okay, this is how far behind I am now. People are just starting to enter. So I mentioned if you're just joining us, if you're joining late, we're giving away a bunch of prizes at the end of the episode. All you have to do is type in #tomato in the comments. And we have 8 prizes we are giving away. And I also mentioned earlier that thanks to Harley, the Swamp Bitch, that's her YouTube name, and Mike Giroux, I have 5,000 unknown beautiful seeds. If anybody would like some, please either email me or private message me. I will just ask for a self-addressed stamped envelope in return, and you can have some fun with some unknown varieties. I've been sitting on these for longer than I should have, and they're such wonderful people and great loyal watchers of the show. So hope that maybe some of you can take advantage of it. And if you've got a farm or space is, unlimited, you could be greatly surprised by what you get. Manitoba Sky, that's a pretty name. Hi, Manitoba Sky. I'm not sure I recognize your name. So if it's your first time watching, welcome. The problem with YouTube is I know so many of you by name in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, but I don't know your YouTube names. I'm starting to get better at it. Oh, thank you. I've had these earrings for a while. I think they're Etsy. It was between this and the ones you crocheted me, which I normally wear during this show. And I was feeling a little, I don't know, smaller today, but I do have on the bracelet you made me. Jen is very crafty, as I'm sure most of you know, and she makes Keena and I some amazing things. Hey, Terry, glad you're here. Jen, even I know Jen's said a few things, but I just wanted to reiterate what she's saying. Deb and Lynn are the 2 of you are absolutely amazing. I love you both for your big hearts. And I told them they each volunteered like within minutes of each other. It's kind of funny. They're just wonderful. Oh, this is helpful, Francis. In case anyone is wanting to buy, Green Stalk has a great sale going on. I just added a second one today for micros. Micros are great in green stalks. And if you're looking to fill your green stalks, I've been putting in the group, there's a vendor called esbenshades.com. And I found them, they're a third-party seller on Amazon. And so I was ordering my fave, my only soil, Fox Farm Ocean Forest soil, order a lot of soil from them. And the third-party seller was always Esben Shades. I don't know what made me look directly at their site one day, but they sell damaged bags for under half the price. So depending on the time, like on Amazon, a 1.5 cubic foot bag runs you about $30. It's expensive. But Esben Shades is selling them obviously only in the United States. I apologize for those of you overseas. $14.99 a bag. Now you do have to pay shipping, but at least for me, with shipping, it works out to like $19.99 a bag. So it's a great deal. If I wonder if I can put the link here. I don't want to take up too much time. Let's see. Okay, I do have the link. I have it in the group. As of yesterday, there were like 30 bags left, and they do run out quite a bit. But if you're interested, I'm going to put it in the comments, a link directly to their damaged bags. And if they run out, just check back often. I know Jen's been getting some. I know one of you's watching got a whole bunch yesterday, and that makes me happy. Some of you out in California, you have access to really cheap bags of Fox Farm. The cheapest I've seen by me is $19.99 a bag at a garden center, but it's like half an hour away, so why not get it delivered, right? I'm sure my postman hates me. But anyway, I thought of that with green stalks. If you need good soil to fill your green stalks with, or if the soil's too pricey, Jen and I talk about this too, maybe use a different potting mix and mix it with ocean forest. It really is just amazing. And Kina agrees about Deb and Linda. Yep, totally agree. All right, I'm going to try to skip ahead. Oh, Harley is here. Thank you for all your seeds, Harley. Again, if you want some beautiful, really beautiful, freshly fermented seeds and you don't know the varieties, just email me, private message me. I just would ask for a self-addressed stamped envelope and I will give them out to everybody. Thank you, Harley and Mike, for that. And Chaos Tomato Garden, says Mary. Yeah, you can have a Chaos Tomato Garden for sure. Chef D.L. Turner says, oh boy, time to get the mystery machine and Scooby-Doo and grow some seeds. Yes. All right, I'm going to skip ahead because I'm still like half an hour behind. If anybody has any questions, feel free to add it, whether or not it's relating to what I'm showing today. Hey, there's Mike, Harley's better half. It has been a while. I'm glad you guys are watching today. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get these out. Oh, that's what it was, Rowena. Yes, I'm in the Bahamas every year at this time. Last year was the 3,000 member giveaway. How adorable are you that you're in the Bahamas and you want to be part of the 3,000 member giveaway? That's just amazing. Okay. Craig was awesome as usual. I'm a huge fan. Me too. All right. I am going to skip ahead. I think so far. Hey, Drew, I haven't seen you yet. Just joining. Wish this tomato weather would stay. I know. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Mary Rivas put something in the group a couple days ago or last week, maybe. Don't be fooled by, what did she call it? False spring or something like that. I fell prey to it, I guess, 2 years ago. I'll never forget the date. May 17th, because it was my son's birthday. Rob and I decided to plant out a week earlier than we should have. And wouldn't you know, we had a frost warning. So we come home from Jake's birthday dinner and we're covering up and it was a nightmare. I won't be doing that again. And actually, I think we do have another wedding the end of May, so we'll have to figure something out. I think last year we didn't even get to plant until well into June. Kina and Jen, doesn't that sound right to you? Because we just had weddings galore and all things just kept happening. Hey, Cynthia, glad you're here. And Renee, I finally made it to one. Woo! Welcome to our Lawrence Tomato Awesome Sauce. Bill Froelich. San Diego here. I love your show. I started 3 weeks ago. I'm so glad, Bill. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Andrea says, I have to get my grow list down to 100. It's still early for me in Pacific Northwest, but with the Shamrock seed swap varieties coming, the list keeps growing. That's another thing I got sidetracked from. So I thought my grow list was set in stone. And then a tomato friend yesterday, I won't say her name, but she is Russian, but she lives in the United States now, and she's got she is a vendor, and she has a couple really good contacts from Russia, and there were a couple varieties I was looking for, 3, and she offered to order them for me, and I didn't think they would come. It was months ago, but they arrived yesterday, and then the lovely Russian tomato head that ordered for me, who won't accept anything, by the way, from me as a thank you. Supposedly I'm getting 20 Zagalin varieties. Zagalin, I'm talking about one of his varieties today. He's a Russian breeder with some phenomenal varieties. So as excited as I am for these, and I am, the grow list may need to be in flux again. Just when you think you've got it, somebody goes and screws it up. Hopefully I'm that for some of you with seeds I've sent. I did not put in a robot. I tried for old school smile face. Guess I failed. Yeah, I guess so. Hey, Nicole. Glad you're here. Cordaro and Ansel. Hey, Ansel. Everybody say hi to Ansel. Hey, Ansel. Oh, Christy, I'm so glad. So quick, right? Christy took advantage of the cheap soil. Thank you for the tip on the soil. It was delivered today. I always get within 2 days from them, too. They ship FedEx, right? It's FedEx. It's kind of crazy. I'm so glad. That makes me really happy. I know you saved a lot. Francis, sorry about that. Don't make me go back to school, Lauren, unless it's tomato school. Well, we'll call this tomato school. Where's my ruler? Behave. Behave, you tomato heads. I should behave. We're 50 minutes in. I haven't talked about a single tomato. Hi, Amy. It's just been so long. I want to make sure I'm getting everybody in. Type in hashtag tomato if you'd like to win our prizes. Harley's and Mike are in Louisiana. Bear Creek is a stunner so far, Lauren. The blooms are huge. Thank you again for the seeds. I'm so excited for them. I'm so glad. I have not grown it yet, but I hear great things. So I'm really glad to hear that it's doing well for you. Now you're screwing up my grow list. Maybe I need to add that. I think it's Heidi Dolan who told me that one is amazing. She's not the only one. Thank you, Sasha. Yes, if you can subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome sauce. And if you like this video and put the bell on to be notified when I go live. And I still want to work in some unboxings too. I've got a lot to do. Yes, Harley. Yay, so glad they're finding a home. The free 5,000. Thank you for those. Can't wait to see the tomatoes from the list today. You and me both. All right, I'm catching up. Yeah, Chastity, you won't, like I told you yesterday, you won't be sorry with the Fox Farm Ocean Forest. Yeah, it was mid-June, right, Jen? Crazy. Not ideal, but thanks to those tall seedling grow bags I started using last year, they were good. I was able to have them outside, but I have to bring them in. Well, I didn't have to bring them in at night once it got into the end of May, early June. I just left them outside. All right, I'm going to speed things up a little bit here. I keep saying that, but we got so many new people. Hey, Brian. I started early on my grow list, but it is still a work in progress. Yeah. I start my next year's grow list while I'm already working on the current one. I don't have anything for 2026 now, but once I get those planted, I will. Oh, one woof. Mystery seeds sounds so exciting to me for some reason. Well, it is. It is. Private message me on Facebook, and I'll give you my address. You can send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. Chef DL Turner, I have seeds for Huevos de Toro tomato. It's the most expensive and largest Spanish tomato from area of Spain. I lived from 1974 to 1980. I featured that variety on one of my shows a couple months ago, and I gave seeds to Jen because she loves the big tomatoes too. So yeah, that looks like a good one. I don't think it made my grow list for this year. Maybe it did. I forget. I need to make some cuts. Cordaro. They had Ocean Forest for 18 locally, and I had to keep myself from not overdoing it. Overdo it. You want to overdo it. Okay. Let us did I get to everything? Oh, I put this in the group too. For those of you, well, I guess it just doesn't have to be just women, but I put this in the group while I was away. Vera Bradley has come out with a tomato line. So I wanted to show you guys. Men, this could be a good Mother's Day gift. Women, this could be a good Mother's Day gift. Hint, they have a whole bunch of stuff. This is the wallet, which I obviously haven't filled yet. And then I got, they call it a bag tag, but it's also air tag holder. So I got one of those for my bag, and I just ordered another one to use as my keychain. Super cute. I didn't really show that well. Isn't it cute? They have all kinds of tomato stuff, and I think a lot of it's going on sale. So go to Vera Bradley if that's your thing. Vera Bradley is normally not my thing, but a friend sent me the link, and I was like, whoa, sign me up. Mike says, not sure if Harley has offered. I know you and Jen do mainly tomatoes, but I have a lot of pumpkin, watermelon, some types of squash seeds if anyone wanted to grow random varieties. I probably wouldn't give it away on this show, but possibly maybe I think we talked about doing something in Gardening Lovers Collective and swap. And if not, maybe people can reach out to you directly. Maybe I have Mike and Harley's email address. If anybody is interested in that, private message or email me, and I'll get you guys in contact. Thank you. You guys are so generous. Okay. Let's get, what else did I have to say? New show on Tuesdays, Craig's show, Harley and Mike. Thank you. All right. We're ready, finally. We're an hour in. But I think I got everybody caught up to date. All right. First variety. And again, these are not, I am growing a few of these this year, but if you want to find out my 2025 grow list, start watching coming this Tuesday, same time, and I'll be embarking on showing everybody my 2025 grow list. Okay, here's the first one. It's called Anakur, or however you pronounce it. It's a German variety, and it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I got it from a trade from a member. It's a successful from a member from Germany. It's a cross between ananas, otherwise known as pineapple, and the coloring is very much the same. Pineapple, where'd it go? And Oxenherz, which is a ox heart. It's a yellow, red, flamed, heart-shaped fruits with an intense aroma, a real specialty. By the way, if it's your first time watching, or if it's been so long and you forget, if you've grown any of these or are growing any of these, please feel free to put something in the comments. And, it's always helpful to hear from people who have grown it before. This just looks great. It's got that beautiful color of ananas, same as pineapple. And if ananas noir, that's black pineapple, same varieties. That is a beauty from Germany. And then a site, Michi's Tomaten Samen, says it's a reddish yellow speckled beefsteak, heart-shaped, super aromatic. Fruits range from 250 to 400 grams. This was bred by a company in Germany called Spurly, Sperli, and they say it is a small miracle in form and color. This variety is of the ox heart type and therefore has a striking heart shape. In addition, both the skin and the firm, juicy flesh are characterized by yellow-red flames. Gives it its extraordinary appearance, making it a real sensation both in your vegetable patch and on your plate. 250 to 400 grams fruits. Fruit is also beyond reproach thanks to their wonderful aroma. This sounds like it smells really good. Has anybody grown this? Hi, Satya. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi, Barry. Barry Giddy. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Very nice. If you're joining late, type in hashtag tomato. I'm giving away some seed prizes thanks to some of our generous donors, Deb and Linda, today. Hashtag tomato. Anywhere in the comments, and I'll do a drawing. Let me just make sure it's registering. Yep, looks like it's registering. Okay, so Anacure, nobody's grown this, huh? Where's our... Deborah has it, but haven't grown it yet. Yeah, same. And it's not on my grow list for this year. Although, honestly, I could sit here and talk myself into anything. But I'm trying to cut down. I think I'm at 150 again. I'd really like to cut it down to like 125, maybe. Ah, there she is. I was just going to say, where's Evelina? And occurs absolutely a fantastic strain. Love the fruity good taste. If you are new to the show, Evelina, Kina, there's a couple people that have grown just about everything. Jen, of course, too. But Evelina's grown. When I think it's the most unusual variety, Evelina comes out and she's like, oh, yeah, it's great. But it is so helpful to know. So that's good to know. Absolutely fantastic strain. Love the fruity good taste. Is it better than Ananas? Because while I feel like that one is beautiful, I feel like it was a little lackluster in flavor for me. You know, I like things that are very intensely flavored. All right, Mike and Harley, I see there's a lot of people commenting that they're interested in squash. I don't know if you guys are working it out privately. That would be great. If not, gang, just private message me or email me, learningatme.com, and I'll get you guys in touch over email. I don't know if you guys are comfortable giving out your email address. That's why I don't want to offer it. But if you are, you can put that in the comments and everybody can look through you. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this, Chef. Listening to Tomato Info, tear and grow list up. Don't tear it up, but I always say best to watch my show with a notebook and pen. And also, and I'm glad I just remembered this, even if the variety isn't available in your area or it's out of stock, I did start a couple months ago giving you the link anyway. So, oops. Nope, didn't mean to do that. So, so you can look at it yourself. So here is a link to Anacure from a company in New Zealand, not New Zealand. Easy Seeds. Easy Seeds. The link I just put in the comments. First one in the day, I'm already sold. Yeah, I wanted to start with a strong one. Heidi says, LOL, Chef, I told you to buckle up. All right, so that's Anacure, and Evelina says it's a good one, so we're off to a good start. Rebecca, oh my God, I'd eased up on Vera Bradley. Have bags from years ago. Only bought one last year. 2025 will definitely be more with a tomato print. And they've got, I'm not big on the cloth ones, honestly, but they do have quite a few of the leather things. And I think I did buy a cloth thing or two. It's just too cute. I mean, they're probably wondering, who are these people that are so obsessed with tomatoes that they're buying up the tomato line? People like us, that's who. But you definitely want to check them out because there's a lot of tomato stuff. Super, super cute. I think I just ordered the duffel bag too, as if I needed a duffel bag. I didn't. Okay, let's see tomato number 2. This one I've had seeds for a while. And I actually just double ordered from Garden Horde. So I went to log it again, realized I already had it. So I thought I'd showcase it because it's supposed to be a good one. I've heard this from many people. It's a variety from the United States called Purple Passion, breeders Todd Coleman. And according to Tomato Faifu in Belgium, they say this variety originated in the United States, was developed by Todd Coleman of Sandusky, Ohio. Originally, this variety was a potato foliage variety, but now it exists in both foliage versions, probably not quite stabilized at the time of its release. Now, Tomato Faifu hasn't been all keeping up to date with their stuff. Last year, they were kind of rebooting and started offering sales again, and they still sell. But I don't know. I did see from, I think Tatiana's Tomato Base also agree that there's a potato leaf and a regular leaf version. So be prepared for that. Hey, Anthony, glad you're here. Nice to see you live again. It's nice to be live again. Barry Giddy, that looks amazing. It does. I love I love the dark purples and browns. I'm actually featuring quite a few of the browns today, like this. I forget who told me how great it is, but somebody did, and that's why I ordered it twice, apparently. What do they say? Large, dark red, purple fruit, 240 to 500 grams, beefsteak flattened with more or less rounded and ribbed shoulders, two-tone green beef flesh with purple marbling, excellent, strong, fruity flavor. That's what I like. Plant with a large development, good production, second half of the season. And then a site called Pomodorlandia, which is where I got this photo from, says it's a very fertile, rare tomato variety. I don't think it's all that rare. With very large, dark beefsteak type fruits, small quantity of seeds of a thin, resistant to cracking skin. That's always good. Not entirely stable, they agree, which makes the fruits are not uniform in shape. Tomatoes ripen after about 80 days after planting, and Garden Horde says it stands out featuring soft, thin-skinned, and voluptuous fruits with a luscious, gentle flavor. Now they call it gentle. These tomatoes are best harvested swiftly before they have a chance to split. So let me give you guys a link to get this one. And I've got it from 2 places. I've got it from Garden Horde, but they only ship to the United States, I believe. So this one is for our US peeps. And then I have another one from Pomodorlandia.pl in Poland. Looks like they ship anywhere but the United States and Australia. I forget where else, but most everywhere else. Let me get you the link to that. Purple Passion. Looks pretty, doesn't it? It's so nice to be back with you guys. It's so just comfortable. Just like when Jen and I do Tomato Talk Lives. It's just so comfortable. Chef, you're cracking me up. Heck, with Notebook, have PC on typing as they are mentioned. How many tomato plants per acre? Well, Chef, I know you're new to the group. You will squeeze tomato plants in wherever you can find them. Ask members of the group or my viewers if they're not in the group. We find a way. We find a way. And Heidi says, a lot, Chef. You need a lot of plants. It's true. You do. Barry Giddy says, that looks amazing. Hi, Lane. Lane Falcon. I'm not sure I recognize your name. Welcome. I love dark tomatoes. Me too. Wow, we're at 98 live viewers. Nice to see everybody. Rolanda's here. Hey, Ro. Glad you're here. Nice to see you. And you've got 7 acres. You've got plenty of room. Plenty of room. The problem I find, even though I don't have 7 acres, but I do have plenty of room, is harvesting, saving seeds, processing, and I do a lot of reviewing, obviously. It's just if I go much beyond 120, I think we did 130 last year. It just, I just don't think I can be sane. And Rob and I, we taste at night after he gets home from work. So we're up till all hours of the night tasting tomatoes. And don't get me wrong, it's fun. We have a lot of fun, but we're tasting like 6 to 8 tomatoes a night, which is a lot. Drew says, gorgeous purple. I agree. Lisa says, it is nice to be back together. There's always room for one more variety. Always. Oh, thanks, Mike. I enjoy your lives. Thank you. I enjoy doing them. And Justin says, put 15 to 20 plants per meter. Sounds like a good plan. Chastity planting another flat of tomato seeds as Lauren talks about tomatoes. If you weren't watching us when we first started over an hour ago at this point, if you don't have a collection of tomato seeds yet, that's okay. Join our group, Tomato Lovers Collective, and swap. We don't make any money for this, by the way. I'm not promoting it because we don't make a dime. We're volunteers. But we have the most generous members, and we have several posts a week where you can trade for stamps, or we have a most wanted post. You can post your one most wanted at that time, and people will just gift them to you. Some people like a self-addressed stamped envelope and or stamps, and that's reasonable, but you don't need to have seeds in order to get your collection going. We all started somewhere. So make sure you take advantage. We have Seed Seeking Saturday, where you can list up to 5 varieties every week that you want, our most wanted post I just mentioned. And then we have Seed Sharing Sunday, where people share their seeds and you can share back stamps. Everybody, by the way, I just want a little public service announcement from Kina, Jen, and I. We love Seed Sharing Sunday. It's become a real hassle because people aren't reading the post properly. And I know it's really exciting and all of that, but in order to accept somebody's offer, you must first have your own offer posted. It doesn't, if you offer it in the comment when you're accepting the offer, that doesn't count. You must first offer it. Even if you just say, I have stamps. That's all it is. I don't want to be married to that post all day on Sunday because we're removing a lot. So if you could please read that, not trying to be a nudge, but it's really, we want to keep with this post, and we also don't want to feel like we need to police it constantly. So, but anyway, and then there's today, Thursdays, Jen posts Stamp Game, where you can accept offers for stamps. So there's lots of great ways to get great seeds. And then you can watch my show and you get some seed prizes. Deb is right. Hey, Chef, you can put a dwarf plant almost anywhere. True story. Hi, Anne Gray, 70. Glad you enjoyed your time in Destin with your parents. Happy to have you back on Awesome Sauce. Your hair looks so pretty. Thank you so much. It's nice to be back, and I'm glad you're here. Hey, Nicole Smith is here. Hey there. Harley agrees. Saving the seeds is the hardest part. Keeping the tomatoes named from the yard to the house, you'll confuse them so fast. I get these I know, Deb, you have them too. I get these neon green removable dot stickers that we write on while we're harvesting. That makes it easier, but still keeping up with all of that is just a lot for me. I mean, I'm not old, but I am 55. I don't have, and I live with chronic pain, doing really well lately, but still it's a lot. So I know my limit. We all have our own limits. Mine's really like 125. Now watch, I'll do 150, but Oh, good, Teresa. I'm glad you're planting up seedlings to me. If I was watching a tomato show, I'd be well, I wouldn't potting up because I just started, but I would be sowing seeds, that's for sure, or filling seed prizes and wishes. All right, did I get everybody? Oh, Lane. Yes, I only became active on YouTube to watch the live view with Jen and Craig LaHoulier. Now I'm hooked. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I hope you joined our group too. Seedlings that turn purple. We actually talked about that. Hi, Margaret. Thanks for the question. It's actually just an environmental thing. Could also be something in the soil. It could be the air's a little too chilly. Don't panic. We talked about this with Craig last Friday. More times than not, it will correct itself. I know they actually look really pretty, but don't think they're dying most of the time unless they're drying up or anything like that. A lot of times they'll be purple under the leaves or on the stem. It will fix itself more often than not. So no need to, I wouldn't touch them, honestly. Somebody in the group, I think, talked about deficient in nitrogen, maybe. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I wouldn't touch it. If they're seedlings, honestly, I wouldn't bother because they do correct themselves. I seen last year how you did it. I'm copying that. Good. I got them on Amazon, those green, neon green. Make sure they're removable stickers. I don't want to be peeling off glue, but if anybody wants, I can send you the link to those stickers. Yep, Heidi's right. As they warm up, they should turn back. Yeah, just like yard sale stickers. Mine are about this big, but you can get them smaller, but it doesn't leave you a lot of room to write. Clever, Linda. Last season, I used medical tape to stick to the tomatoes and write the name on. Worked great. I use, many of you who've been in the group for a while, you'll know a tip and hack that I have. I use it if a variety has split, cracked, and it's not quite ripe enough to eat yet. I will put the medical tape over the crack because it's breathable and allow it to ripen that way. It's a great, I just ordered more medical tape yesterday, as a matter of fact. It's a perfect thing. But yeah, I didn't even think about it for labeling tomatoes. I would probably want, for me, I think I'd want something that's just, I can pull off a roll. But that's a great idea. Medical tape is fantastic. And Teresa says, I've adopted Jen's marker system for seed saving. Good tip. Nicole says, all my tomato trees, in quotes, are in the ground. It was 86 here in Southeast Texas. Woo! I'm sure a lot of people who were talking about snow earlier would kill for that, but I know it's a bit early in the season for that kind of heat. Wishing you luck. You're welcome. Yeah, don't panic. I remember panicking when I first saw that years ago. They will be fine. Oh, Erin Danielson's here. Hey, Erin. Glad you're here. Welcome. Back to giving away prizes this episode now that I'm rested, relaxed, caught up, and the prizes today come from Deb Toothaker and Linda Wicker Downing. So type in hashtag tomato. And I know I've mentioned this a few times, but we're getting a lot of late people tuning in. We're at 103 live viewers right now. Harley and Mike Giroux sent me this last year. It is 5,000 unknown varieties of seeds, and they wanted them to go to good use. And I have been remiss in giving them out. So if anybody's interested in that, either best bet is to private message me if you're in the Facebook group, and I'll just ask for a self-addressed stamped envelope, nothing else. Or you can email me, lernie@me.com. Okay, let's get to the next tomato. Blood Moon. Not a rare one at all, but a pretty one. And for some reason, well, I know what the reason is. I don't talk a lot about Bragg Gates tomatoes, with the exception of Pink Berkeley tie-dye, I still maintain is one of the best tomatoes I've ever had in my life. Fantastic. And so last year, Suffer Well by Bill Yoder, which is kind of tied for first with my all-time favorite malachite box. He's got pink Berkeley tie-dye in that cross. Another one I liked the year before, Uptown Funk, has Berkeley pink tie-dye in the cross. This does as well, Blood Moon. It is a cross from Bragg Yates of the United States. Name probably is very familiar to a lot of you. It's a crossing of pink Berkeley tie-dye and Blue Beauty. Fruits are 150 to 500 grams, round beefsteak type, slightly flattened with more or less plump shoulders. Purple epidermis zebra with more or less clear green with the shoulders splashed with anthocyanin. Doesn't really look, these photos came from Tomato Faifu. I don't see a lot of antho there, but in other photos I have seen antho. Long and generous production from mid-season to frost. Indeterminate. Height 150 to 170 centimeters. The spike is attached to a characteristic central flower, which can have 6 to 14 fruits. Oh, and in sunlight, which this happens with all anthocyanin, all varieties with anthocyanin. In sunlight, the anthocyanin pattern appears on the top of the fruit. The taste is sour, fruity, soupy. Didn't read that part when I copied and pasted. I don't know. It looks good, but sour, fruity, soupy. I can do the fruity. A little bit of sour, I don't mind. So, has anybody grown this? I know it has been around for quite a while, so surely one of you has grown this who can give us your feelings. Oh, okay, Kina. I grew Blood Moon a couple of years ago. A good tomato, I remember. That's good to know. Did you? I know you're not the biggest fan of antho like myself. Did it have that antho flavor? Kina and I are kind of like, and Jen, we all hate Black Beauty. And Kina's mom loves it. It's like her favorite tomato. So we all have different tastes. My taste, all of our tastes are subjective, but maybe you can find somebody who you know has similar palate to you, and grow, things that they like. Sam says Blood Moon is my sister-in-law Sherry's favorite. Yeah, what is soupy, Jen? I don't know. That came from, the soupy comment came from, yeah, it came from Hungary. a vendor that I ordered from called Ilimen Garden. So lost in translation, obviously. Soupy, I'm assuming that means juicy, which is always a good thing. Yeah, Dana, I agree. It probably means juicy. Not sure I like a tomato being soupy. To me, my first instinct was mealy and watery, but that can't be it. It's probably juicy. Did not taste antho. Good to know. Oh, hi, Mountain Mule Hardwoods. We love Blood Moon. We didn't find it to be sour or particularly antho in color. Good to know. I guess it depends on where you have it, how much sun it's getting. But thank you for your input too. And Jennifer Bella, probably a translation error. And you got the robot that Kina did too. Trying to post a smiley. Good to know. Has very soft flesh. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, everybody. Always helpful to know people that have grown these. All right. This next one is a new one. I was given seeds by my friend Ellie at Bunny Hop Seeds. It's now available for sale, but it is new, called Full Moon Kiss. Now, I've got to expand this thing just so you can see what this plant looks like with the multiflora. Look at that. If you look closely, if you're watching on a phone or something like that, you look closely at the far left picture, look at the amount of flowers on this. So this is a variety by Peace Seedlings. It is offered through, right now through No Coast Seeds, which is in Canada, but they do ship to the United States. I've ordered, pretty sure. Yeah, I've ordered from them before. And they're short. Listen to this. They're short, compact plants. They only get to be about 24 inches tall, which is 60 centimeters. So it would be good for container for sure. Produce heavily laden hyper trusses of 1 ounce deep golden yellow cherry tomatoes. Their compact growth habit makes them a good choice for container gardens or other small spaces. I love the way they look. This all came from No Coast Seeds, by the way, this write-up. I love the way they look when the trusses are in full bloom, and the flavor is fantastic, very sweet, with a complex fruity undertone that is just totally delicious. And this was bred by Dilana Kapuler and Mario Di Benedetto of Peace Seedlings. They're from the United States, I believe, Oregon, who also provided our original stock seed. And then Peace Seedlings themselves, they say it's another one stake wonder. Short 2-foot plants, very productive hyper trusses of 1-inch golden cherry tomatoes, and it's an original to them. Let me give you a link to buy. They checked earlier today, and they did have them in stock. Oh, I forgot to give a link for, how many links have I missed? Blood Moon. You know, Bounty Hunter Seeds has Blood Moon, and he ships all over the world, so I'll post that link. But doesn't Full Moon Kiss look amazing and sound amazing? This is definitely on my grow list for this year. Thank you, Ellie, if you're watching. Thank you for giving me seeds for this. Let me get the link to this. I think I'll grow this one maybe in one of my deck railing planters, although it may need a little bit of a larger planter. But 24 inches, I wonder how it would do indoors. Probably not as good, but it might. 24 inches. 24 inches sounds short, but when you're inside, it's really not all that short, but outside it is. Okay, I just put the link to Full Moon. Oops, hang on. I screwed up the link. It's a run-on link. All right, let's try this again. Okay, link should be in the comments. Yes, it is a multiflora. Fantastic. Hi, Cindy. Glad you're here. Missy, Full Moon Kiss looks awesome. I agree. Funny. My link, my own link, has that robot there too. And I didn't even put an emoji. Interesting. I wonder what's going on. Anyway, go to nocoastseeds.ca. It's in Canada. And you'll find Full Moon Kiss there. Looks outstanding. Hey, Mary, I thought of you actually when I was talking compact. I'm going to grow Full Moon Kiss this year too. Yeah, it's wonderful. Sounds really, really good. I'm late. It's 5 a.m. here. Well, we're glad that you're here. Good morning. And prolific says true. Agreed. So that's a special one. I don't feature cherries all that much. For whatever reason, I like cherries. I grow cherries, but this one I wanted to feature, and I've got one more that's coming up too. Wouldn't be a Lawrence Tomato Awesome Sauce without at least one Spanish variety this year. And this is the one I'm sharing this year, or this week rather. Mendigoria, otherwise known as Rojo de Mendigoria, which just means red of Mendigoria. You see that a lot with Spanish varieties. There's like Rojo and Rosa and Morado, it's purple. So you see a lot of those names, but a lot of places just call it Mendigoria. This is the breeder's Ipar Euskal Heria from Spain. And Tatiana's Tomato Base says it's named after Mendigoria, a town located in the province of Navarre, northern Spain. The Battle of Mendigoria took place here in 1835. Indeterminate regular leaf plants, large red beefsteaks, 9 to 14 ounces, excellent sweet flavor. Then a vendor I found called Germi Garden, Germi, Germi, says the Mendigoria tomato is a very rustic and exceptionally adaptable variety. Excellent variety by Ipar Euskal Heria, with large fruits that can weigh more than a kilo, very fleshy and of great flavor. And then another vendor says, yeah, they must have copied the other place. So that sounds good. Has anybody grown this one? Getting back to full moon, because Alan Kapuler is a very well-respected, talented breeder out here in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, it's his daughter. I was thinking they were husband and wife. Dilana is his daughter. I would buy anything they put out. Yeah, they're, what did I say? Peace. What's the name of their company? Peace Seedlings. You can find them online. And I've heard their name many, many times. So, and that's what Ellie from Bunny Hop had told me too, that this was a special one. Anybody grown Mendigoria? No? Come on, Evelina. Nothing? All right. Well, it looks and sounds good. I don't remember if this is on my grow list for this year or not. I don't think so. I've got so many Spanish reds and pinks. I'm mainly pinks that I'm growing. I want to put them all in because they all sound outstanding, but maybe this will go on 2026. We will see. All right, the next one. The Costas Portuguesa. Did I screw up the breeder? I think I did. Yes. Every week I screw up some of the information. I forgot to delete where it says breeder in this one. The breeder is not Ipar Euskal Heria of this one. Please ignore that. But we do know the origin is from Portugal. Here's what we know about it. From Tomato Faifu, they say it's a variety originally from Portugal from the collection of Val and Dan McMurray. During a trip to Portugal, they picked up the seeds in a sandwich. So who knows what they really are. That's part of the problem with that. Large pink fruit weighing 400 to 600 grams, measuring 10 to 12 centimeters in diameter. Round, ribbed beefsteak-like fruit with similarities to Joe's Portuguese. Full flesh with little gel and seeds, excellent sweet aromatic flavor. Robust plant with great development, dense regular foliage, indeterminate growth. Very good production regularly from mid-season to frost. And then Organic Seeds says, .top says a big fruit heirloom tomato from Portugal. Great tasting, fleshy fruits, complex sweet taste, excellent aroma. Grow over 400 to 500 grams. I got my seeds from Tomate de Charme in France. They say, pick up a big fleshy tomato, eat it, and life is beautiful. A very rare and very nice variety, originally from Portugal. They say, and this is why I got it, currently in danger of extinction. It probably only owes its survival to the passion of tireless gardeners who perpetuate this culture year after year. I don't know if that's true or not. I've seen it listed several places, but they're pretty good at keeping their website up to date. Yeah, that's what they have to say. So, is that you, Gigi? Growing Mendigoria this year. Fantastic. Good to know. And I forgot to put, you'll have to let us know how it is. I forgot to put up the link to check out Mendigoria yourself. And I did get seeds for this from Tomate de Charme also. Let's see if that gives us the little robot emoji again. Okay, just put the link in the comments. Yep, there's a little robot again. All right, these links aren't... If for some reason it's having a problem when I try to post links. That must be the little robot. Is it not allowing me to post links anymore? Let me try one more thing. That's a bummer. So this link is for the listing at Tomate de Charme from France. They do ship to the United States. I'm not sure what other countries. All right, now it's not even letting me copy and paste it. How can that be? Let me try it one more time. Well, hopefully at least with the address I'm posting. Yeah. Forego the robot. If it's showing on your end, on my end, it's showing a robot. Oh, you do see the link. Okay, and no robot. Okay. This is what I'm seeing. See the little robot before? So that's Mendigoria. And then I also got the Costas Portuguese from there as well. Let me get you guys that link. You might be asking yourself, where are the green when ripe tomatoes? Since those are like, those and tricolors are my favorite. They're coming. Do not worry. For those of you new, I'm a sucker for a good green tomato. And that all came because Malachitowaya Shkatulka, or Malachite box, is the most incredible tomato ever. Although Suffer Well by Bill Yoder is probably tied. Excellent. Okay, so I just put the link to the Costas Portuguese. Oh, interesting. Facebook has the robot, but YouTube. Way to go, Facebook. Thanks, Facebook. Well, if any of you need links who are watching, feel free to private message me and I'll send them. But you can probably figure it out just from the address, just sans robot. Hey, Achilles here. You are the reason I'm trying green tomatoes this year. Yay, you won't be sorry. Oh, Evelina's grown it. The Costas Portuguese is so delicious and sweet, fleshy, wonderful variety. Love getting that. Love hearing that. Thank you all for any of you who've grown things. Thank you for your insight, because I can focus, I can share it and all of that, but I'm generally, this time of year, I'm not sharing things I've grown before. That'll change a little bit when I start my new show on Tuesday, where I'm featuring my 2025 grow list, because I don't regrow a lot, but there are a number of things I've grown in years past that I'm looking to revisit if they make the list, like Captain Lucky. Of course, I always grow Malachite box. That's never changing. I don't think I've got pink Berkeley tie-dye on there. Or Cherokee. This will be my second year not growing Cherokee purple. But there's a number of things. And then Bananas Noir, which is my tomato, that will always have a spot in my grow list. And then I'm stabilizing a couple cherries. So I'm regrowing some things. Oh, and Suffer Well and Shake the Disease by Bill Yoder. Those are absolutely, and bacon, lettuce, and this. Those are I'm going to be growing again. But in general, I grow new stuff. In this show, I generally talk about new to me stuff. All right, next one. Petrucia the Gardener, aka Petrucia le Jardinier, which translates to Petrucia the Gardener. This is a variety from Russia. Where did I get the seeds for this? That may have been from Tomate de Charme too. Let me see. Love the name. Yep, and Meraki Seeds has it also. This is another one that is compact. Listen up, Mary Rivas. Tomate de Charme says, sometimes we wonder which tomato to choose to get a bountiful, tasty harvest with minimal care. One of the contenders for meeting these requirements in this very pretty pink tomato, originally from Siberia. I had read that it was Russia, so forgive me about that, Siberia. I guess Siberia's in Russia, right? Or are they separated now? I don't know. Fruits weighing 100 to 200 grams, beautiful, oval, elongated shape resembling a pointed hat. I love the shape of it. Fleshy, sweet, juicy, very tasty, both fresh and canned. Many gardeners, including us, they said, call this variety incredible and unusual. Very productive, undemanding, able to withstand adverse weather conditions and stress. Heat, cold, recovers quickly, it says. Developing remarkably outdoors, even in cold regions, on the principle of plant and forget. Unnecessary pruning, stocky plant with a large number of suckers on which fruits grow, resistant to many diseases, fruiting until the end of the season. And then still by Tomate de Charme, they say, we first grew this variety in 2019. The plant and forget principle really works. We planted in the garden. We covered the soil with a good layer of straw, occasionally removing unnecessary leaves, watered and fed several times if necessary. It has a good appetite, they say. A decorative bush like a Christmas tree with so much fruit. Harvested throughout the summer, with the last fruits picked in mid-October. Tomatoes, now this is from France that they're talking about. I don't know what area of France. Tomatoes that haven't had time to ripen keep well and ripen without losing their flavor. Mid-season ripening. Meraki Seeds also sells it. They say it's a bush variety that grows between 50 to 70 centimeters. So that is 20 to 28 inches for those of you who do inches in the United States like me. I'm starting to get better with the centimeters and stuff just for tomatoes, but I feel like the entire world should all be on the same thing, just saying. But I digress. It's a short, stocky plant. Has anybody grown this one? Anybody? All right, Chef asked a question. Aaron says, I think the robot has something to do with me. And yeah, I'm sure. Not sure why I'm seeing it on my end, but sorry for those of you watching on Facebook. Most of you are watching on my YouTube channel, though, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 3 of you are on Facebook, 94 on YouTube. And then they don't even count Instagram. We've got a bunch watching on Instagram, too. That's exciting. Hi, everybody on Instagram. I can't see your comments. So if you'd like to be a part of the episode and be eligible for prizes, just head on over to my YouTube channel, which is Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head, and type hashtag tomato in. If you're just joining, type in hashtag tomato. Mary says, ooh, yep, I need it. I know, right? So I got these seeds from, I think, Tomate de Charme too. Yes, but and Meraki Seeds in Greece also has it. Let me send you the link. I don't know how I haven't heard of this one until now. I mean, I did order it a while ago, but I just logged it today, which is a lot of times how I find which varieties to talk about each week, because I have to log onto my spreadsheet and it takes time. So I'm like, we'll just throw that on the list if it sounds interesting. All right, in the comments, here is the listing to Tomate de Charme. I had done an unboxing for Tomate de Charme last year. What a wonderful vendor they are. Lots of great Spanish varieties for those of you looking for those, but just a lot of great varieties, and they're really nice people too. And then I have a second link at Meraki Seeds. Both of those vendors do ship to the United States for those of you in the US. And here's the link to Meraki Seeds. Okay. Looks like, Chef, you're getting answers to your questions, but let's pull it up. Chef, and there are no, I see other people say there are no dumb questions ever. Okay, dumb question. Let's say if you set aside one plant of each tomato variety, is there an average of how many seeds could be saved from that plant? I'm sure other people have answered this too. I see a lot of people answering you. It so varies by the tomato. And you'll hear me throughout this show, not even just today, but in past shows, future shows, a lot of the listings will say, very few seeds, very meaty, and then others will be tons of seeds and goo. I'm a big fan of seeds and goo personally. So it really, really depends. it would be really tough to even guess. Let's see what Jen says. It depends on the tomatoes. Sometimes one tomato can give you over 100 seeds easily, and then others will give you 10. True. Oh, Teresa, did I get you with this one? Sorry, not sorry. It's cool, right? And then Rowena agrees. Not a dumb question. Some varieties have many seeds, others have very few. So there's no average. Yeah, it's really, really hard. Chef says, oh boy, guess fixing greenhouse and put a second or third one up, see what happens when you get well and you're retired. Go for it, Chef. Go for it. You only live once. And you know what? There's a lot of problems in this world. Tomatoes can solve all problems. Not really. But escaping into the tomato world is a really nice way for me to practice mindfulness. Just being here with you all, I get to do that. And that's what we're hoping to do with not only my show, but in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, because we allow zero drama, zero. We want it to be an escape where you guys feel comfortable coming in. And, you know, tomatoes are supposed to be fun. We said that with Craig last week. Tomatoes are supposed to be fun. They should be fun. If they're not fun, then there's something wrong. But we try to make it fun. Okay, let's get back to tomatoes. This next one is called Marisol Corney, another one from the United States, stabilized by Mark Corney. And this is part of, there's a whole series of Marisol tomatoes. These photos and my description are coming right from Tomato, I say Five Food just because it's easier. I'm sure it's pronounced much more eloquently than that. And they're from Belgium, so I'm sure it's much more eloquent, but I call it Tomato Five Food. Variety originated from the United States. Off-type discovered in a plantation of Marisol Purple by Mark Corney. Fruits are from 100 to 200 grams, round shape, slightly flattened. Look at the interior of this. Let me just blow this up. The interior, OMG, that green seeds and goo will get me every time. Has anybody grown this? Satya, I see you just commented on it too. Yes, green seeds and goo. Purple pink epidermis with some marbling on the shoulders, juicy flesh, burgundy red, delicious, rich, well-balanced flavor, vigorous plant with great development, few potato foliage. Not sure what that means. Few potato foliage. Indeterminate growth. Is this the one? No. Croatian Seed Store also has it as potato leaf. Excellent regular production from mid-season. Croatian Seed Store says mid-season, indeterminate potato leaf. Medium-sized purple-pink fruits, perfectly shaped, eye-catcher fruits. Tomato flesh is rich burgundy color. Excellent flavor. Boom! Sounds great. Oh my goodness, Chef. Sometimes you get more than one chance. 1998, I died in a car crash. They brought me back. Well, thank God for that, because we're really happy to have you here. Not to get off on a tangent, I was given a second chance at life 11, almost 12 years ago. Different scenario, story for another day. Some of you know the story, but I am grateful for every minute I have, which is why my other love from tomatoes is gratitude. Really, really glad that you are here with us. And that's enough reason to me for you to grow a million different tomato varieties. Just saying. Barry Giddy says they look nice. Don't they look good? I haven't grown any of the Marisol ones. Has anybody grown this one yet? Guess not. If you have, put it in the comments. Okay, how are we doing on time? Not as bad as I would have thought, considering it took me an hour to even get to a tomato. All right. It also wouldn't be an episode of Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce without mentioning any varieties from Sofia Sakova, who is a prolific and up-and-coming breeder from Russia. with outstanding looking fruits. They're like pieces of art. We have a Sophia Sakova grow out. We are doing it in TLC this year. She's got some incredible varieties. Many are available at places like Tomato Eden or Graf Samina, both of which ship to the United States. Some are not. This is one that is not. It's called Green Heart. Not yet, anyway. After this season, I guarantee you will find this. Green Heart of Sophia. There's also a White Heart of Sophia, which I think I featured on a different episode a couple months ago. This is Green Heart of Sophia. So there's the green for me, and there's the Sophia. Again, breeder Sophia Sakova, origin from Russia. This is from her website. Oh, I didn't put, hang on, I keep forgetting to put the links. Let me put the link to Marisol Corney. And this is in stock at Tomato Faifu, which is where I got the seeds from. All right, bam, there you go. Oh, hey, Julia. I think Marisol Magic's on my list this season. You've got a good list, too. Fantastic. Now you're making me want to put it on my list. Ugh. You'll have to let us know how it is, Julia. Hi, Susan. Loving these tomatoes. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Ooh, gorgeous. I know. All of Sophia's are just showstoppers. So it's obviously a green heart. It's got some light pink veining in the center. This information comes directly from her website in Russia. She does not ship to the United States, nor is she. I saw a couple months ago she's no longer accepting orders even within Russia. I guess she got backlogged and she's only one person. She says it's right now in the F6 generation, which I usually put on the graphic. I apologize, I did not. It's early with a height of 2 meters in a greenhouse, very productive. Fruits are emerald with small antler elongated hearts, weighing 200 to 300 grams. Pulp is marmalade and sweet. Boom. This is on my grow list this year. Absolutely on my grow list this year. I think it's new this year, so I doubt any of you have grown it. But if you have, or if you are growing it, put so in the comments. I need a green heart. I know. I think this knocked out White Heart of Sophia on my grow list, but I'm debating putting that one back on. Hi, Sri Devi. Sophia's green heart will be on my list for 2026. Well, I will be growing it for the Sophia grow out. So if you're in the Sophia Sakova grow out, you will be getting, assuming all goes well with Mother Nature and all of that, you will be getting seeds for this. Hey, Jerry. Got all kinds of latecomers. Nice to see you guys. And Chastity, I love it. Listening to me in the shower so I don't miss any knowledge. I don't know that it's knowledge. It's just a lot of tomato fun, isn't it? But I'm glad you're listening in the shower. Cindy, I know, right? Teresa has seeds for these. Excellent. It's a, looks like a fantastic one. The light pink, Deb says the light pink vein gets me every time, like your Jarson 10. Yeah, I know, me too. I love a good green tomato, but the touch of light pink, it's like, sign me up, growing. I'm growing so many green tomatoes this year. It's not even funny. And I feel like there's a part of me that's like, Malachite box or Malachito Vaya is so good. Will anything beat it? And so far, nothing has. As far as a green, I should say. But I'm growing a bunch new ones this year. Hi, Darla. Nice to see you. Marisol looks so good, doesn't it? That interior looks outstanding. All right. I have another Sophia coming up, I think, right at the end. Only a couple more. This next one I have featured on the show already. It was back last July, and I've had to start keeping a list along with dates of when I mention a variety, so I'm not repeating because I was finding myself doing that. And I see it in a lot of most wanted lists. It's a variety. It's actually a mutation. It's called Sgt. Pepper's White. It's a mutation offered by a vendor I mentioned a bit ago from Hungary called Iliman Garden. Here's what they say about it. It's a further and selected crossbreed of the original Sergeant Pepper's. Originally acquired as Sergeant Pepper's Yellow, but the comparison strongly suggests that the color is several shades lighter, so we changed the designation to white. It's indeterminate, same characteristics as the original variety, with a height of 160 to 200 centimeters, produces 3 to 4 fruits in its clusters. They are 250 to 500 grams. Typical purple shoulders and stripes are still visible. Unfortunately, our plant was in the shade, which is why the strong lines are missing. The taste is more delicate than the original variety, not so sour in taste. The flavors are more characteristic. Now, why am I mentioning it again? It's only offered by this one vendor. It came into I got seeds for this from one of my tomato angels from Poland last year. She labeled it Sergeant Pepper's White. So she had purchased the seeds from Iliman Garden as Sergeant Pepper's White. But the photo she got, now this was 2 years ago. This is what she got. So the photo on the right is what she got 2 years ago from Sergeant Pepper's White. The one on the left is what she ordered seeds for. So it's obviously a mutation that's not stable yet, is what I'm trying to get at. And then the one on the right is what she got. So I decided I'll grow it out. Regardless, it sounds great. So I grew it out, and I got the same thing as my friend did. Oops, but I got the wrong graphic up. You'll notice if you go on my Instagram, which I'm going to put a link up to in a minute, I changed the name to Sergeant Pepper's Peach because there's nothing white about this. And it doesn't have any antho on the shoulders, and it was in full sun. So it's hardly any relation to Sergeant Pepper's White. Even the Sergeant Pepper's Yellow has antho. This has no antho. It was incredibly productive and delicious. But again, and I've mentioned that one before too. I'm mentioning the Sergeant Pepper's White because I did successfully order the original Sergeant Pepper's White from Iliman Garden. It took like 3 months to get here. But I know many of you have it on your most wanted. Julia Peacock, I'm looking at you. I think I saw it on yours. Let me get you the link. I've ordered now from them twice, and I've been successful. Now, you're always taking a chance when ordering from overseas with customs and all of that. But just to let you know, these seeds came in. I assumed I wasn't getting it. I ordered in December, and they just came the other day. This is the link to order Sergeant Pepper's White. Yeah, I thought I saw it, Julie. I wish I had enough to give you, but you can order from them. Will you get white? I don't know. My friend didn't. And it seems to me that a lot of the Sergeant Peppers are not stable because I'm seeing a lot of new Sergeant Peppers pop up. Which is why I felt, despite what this graphic says, having it be 2 seasons, I had to call it Sergeant Pepper's Peach. And I do have a link to that as well if you want to check out. I'm not selling them, but you can check out my review on Sergeant Pepper's Peach. So it's like a mutation of a mutation. But it was a good enough mutation where I would consider growing it again. It was delicious. Okay. This in the comments now is my review on Sergeant Pepper's Peach, where I talk about the whole story of it, Sergeant Pepper's White and all that. Okay, 2 more. I have another green one coming up. And I think it just got bumped from my grow list for this year, but I'm sure I can talk myself into it. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. Okay. This one's called it's a Russian variety from Zagalin, who I mentioned earlier. He's a Russian breeder. It's called Shy Girl. And you can get seeds for this from Tomato Eden. I got seeds from a friend, but Tomato Eden does carry it. TomatoEden.net. Don't go to .com. They're not selling any longer. Haven't for a few years, but TomatoEden.net. This one just looks and sounds really good, and I've become a fan of Zagalin's work, or however you pronounce his name. Bush is tall. It's a new selection, he says, 2 meters and higher. That's very tall. Mid-early. regular leaf. Fruits are flat and greenish with a delicate light pink blush. I don't see that in either of these photos. But obviously the one on the left, they're not fully ripe yet. The one on the right, I don't know, perhaps that's not fully ripe either. Fruits are flat, greenish, delicate, light pink blush. SaminaTomato.com, who is run by Zagalan, says delicate, lightish, pinkish blush, weighing up to 250 grams. Pulp is tender, tasty with a pleasant, fruity aftertaste. So that looks and sounds really good. Has anybody grown this one yet? Oh, Haley, I'm so glad to hear that. I thought of you for sure. She loves her white tomatoes. Sri Devi loves green ones too. Missy, this is a great question. How to tell when a GWR is ready? Very normal and common question that makes sense. But actually, I'm glad I have this photo up because let me expand it a bit. A lot of times, I want to say almost all the time, it's a change in not only the color on the outside, but also it goes from matte finish to like a gloss, but also good old squeeze test. So I'm expanding this here. If you look at the photo on the left, which is a bunch of them still on the plant, you can see a very obvious difference between the one he's holding at the bottom versus the other ones. A lot, if not most of them, turn a bit of an amber color. So, and there's also a misconception that green tomatoes are very, very tart and taste like underripe tomatoes, and that's not the case at all. That Malachite box is one of the best tomatoes I've ever had in my entire life. Full-bodied, sweet, acidic, umami. It's just delicious. So I think that's probably a really good example of how you can tell. But honestly, the best way, if you're unsure, just give it a gentle squeeze. I always pick at first blush anyway, and I put on my countertop stem side down, allow to finish ripening on the counter. Usually it just takes a day or two. They ripen really quickly on the counter. But sometimes you don't want them to get too ripe. So, but if they're turning an amber and they've gotten the amber all the way up on the shoulders, that's a good indicator of a green when ripe that is ripe. But I think that's a very common question for those new to growing green tomatoes. Thanks for asking it. It's a good one. Nicole, beautiful tomato. And Sri Devi, yes, it gets a yellow blush. They don't all. A couple of years ago, I grew a cherry called Green Doctors. Not the Green Doctors Frosted, which I hear is great, but just regular Green Doctors, which I didn't care for at all. Bland, bland, bland. They didn't change any color. They looked bright green, even when ripe. I love the shade of Shy Girl. Yeah, me too. It looks and sounds great. Susan says, the only green I've grown was green zebra and wasn't a fan. Neither was I, if that helps you at all. Maybe I should try Malachite box. Run, don't walk to add that to your grow list this year. Everybody I've turned onto it says the same thing. I don't think I've ever had anybody come back to me and say that that they didn't like it. And we got it very much by accident a few years ago, actually more than a few years ago at this point. We'd gotten seeds from a farmer. They called it Malachite Red. They didn't know anything about it. We planted it. We got a green tomato. We looked up Malachite actually means green, so there can't be a Malachite Red. And therein lies our love for the most sublime tomato known to man, in my opinion. But I didn't like green zebra either, so don't let that sway you from green when ripes. There's some really good ones. And there's some great green when ripe dwarfs also from the Dwarf Tomato Project. Dwarf Sarah's Olala Emerald I grew last year, which was a very good one. What else? There's many others too. So if you're not looking for a big plant, consider doing a dwarf, but there's some really great tasting ones. Some people won't even grow greens, or I know one vendor who won't even taste a green because he just, I don't know, it's against his religion, so to speak. And I'm like, you're missing out. You're totally missing out. Missy growing malachite box this year. Yay! Is it possible to have a micro dwarf that is an heirloom? That's a good question. I just answered this in a different form with somebody in the group this morning. Somebody in the group messaged me yesterday. I think they're watching here today. Said that they were looking at tomato seeds from, I don't know if it was a gardening center or a big box store. It was a Ferry Morse was the company, and it was for, what's the variety? Let's just say beef. No, it wasn't beefsteak. Better Boy. I think it was Better Boy, which is an F1 hybrid. And so she wanted to know if a variety could be both a hybrid and an heirloom. And if you talk to Craig LaHoulier, the king of all tomatoes, he says, and it makes sense, an heirloom really has to be heirloom, like 50 years, give or take. So an F1 hybrids are created each and every year. So I think they probably are just, they slapped heirloom on because it's a hot buzzword and they want people to buy their seeds. Maybe that variety, even as an F1, has been around for 50 years. That's possible. But I did some other research to find out for sure, and they said that heirlooms are all open pollinated. So that, getting back to your question about microdwarfs, you know, most microdwarfs are kind of recent, but there are some that have been around a while. Tiny Tim is one. I don't know if it's that old, but honestly, I don't even consider that one a microdwarf. It's really more a mini dwarf. The thing is not anywhere near tiny. So if there's a microdwarf I'm not aware of that's 50 years old or more, maybe. But the micro world has just exploded in recent years. So I don't know. Maybe one of you can educate me and tell me of a micro, you know, that's 50 years or longer old. I'm not aware of one. Chastity said the Shy Girl looks delicious. Ananas Noir is another good one. Yep. And my Bananas Noir tomato is an accidental cross from Ananas Noir. It's a smaller version and much more sweet. They're, if you're looking for a saladette variety, probably most of you out there I've given seeds to. Who sells malachite box? Oh gosh, so many people. You shouldn't have any difficulty finding that at all. I mean, I can't tell you any offhand, but if you Google it, you will find it. It's a pretty popular variety. Kina says they turn yellow as they are green with yellow skin. If they have clear skin, they will stay green. She's talking about like the skin. Not like the what's visible, but the actual like skin that you peel away from the tomato. I don't have a review video on granted Xanadu Green Goddess, but I didn't like it. I'll tell you that. There's my review. I was looking forward to it several years ago. I heard it was the best green ever. I wasn't a fan. But again, that's just me. That's just my taste. Taste is subjective. Many people love Xanadu Green Goddess, and they love Green Zebra. I'm just not one of them. Turner's Hybrid from 1800s is an heirloom, but you're right, but that's not actually a hybrid, even though it's got hybrid in the name, funny enough. If you look at it, I was just looking at that one just a couple days ago, Chef, which is so funny. But yeah, it says, I just logged in on my spreadsheet. Why they call it hybrid, I mean, I'm sure everything started as a hybrid, but Turner's Hybrid is not a hybrid. Go figure. Hey, Johnny. I grew Toad Suck Toad from Bounty Hunter seeds, deep green inside when ripe, excellent and rare tomato. I also found it to be a variegated leaf variety. I grew Toad Suck Toad. I like Toad Suck Toad. Wasn't variegated for me, so you've got something special there. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm not sure if I've done an Instagram review on Toad Suck Toad yet or not. I may have. My Instagram channel, by the way, is Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head, where I put detailed reviews of a lot of tomatoes, and I've got many, many more to go. Today it's known as Mikado. Yeah. maybe Russian micros, maybe. It is possible. I'm not aware of any that are that old, but it's always possible. And Teresa says several Etsy sellers have malachite box now. Oh, sorry, Chastity. Didn't know you're growing Xanadu Green Goddess. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe we all have different tastes. Good thing I'm growing more malachite plants than Xanadu. All right, we've got one more tomato. You guys ready for the final one? 2 hours in. It's another Sophia. It's called Riddle of Strawberry Waterfall. Not to be confused with Striped Strawberry Waterfall or just Strawberry Waterfall by her. This is a unique one that she sent me seeds for. It's called Riddle of Strawberry Waterfall. She says, I present to you another line of splitting, which means another variant from Strawberry Waterfall. What a variety. It does not calm down. And each subsequent line of splitting, more interesting than the previous one, has to be stabilized. I know the feeling with some of my micros. That keeps happening. But we get to benefit from all of your variants, Sophia, for sure. Medium early bush in a greenhouse, 1.8 meters. I have 2 types of this variety here. I did not separate them so as not to get confused in the end. I collected seeds from both types together. They differ only in weight. The first cream hearts are, this must be on her website, which has nothing to do with this here. The first hearts are painted, weighing 100 to 150 grams. The second one, same color, 50 grams. Taste is sweet. So I am growing that this year. Let me get you. I know. Had to save it for last. It is a wow. Most of hers are. Let me get you. I've been falling behind on sending links for some of these. Did I give Sergeant Pepper's White? I think I did. Did I give Green Heart of Sophia? I don't remember. I'll just put it in again. Here's Green Heart of Sophia. Make sure you type in hashtag tomato. I'm winding down the show, so we're going to be giving away some gifts and prizes in just a couple minutes. All you have to do is type in hashtag tomato. Boom, in the comments. We've got 104 live viewers right now, which is amazing. Hi, everybody. If it's your first time watching, I'm really glad you're here. All right, let's get back to sharing links. All right, so that was... I'm going to give you Sergeant Pepper's White again because I don't remember. I think I shared the link, but I'll just do it again because I know some of you white tomato lovers out there are jonesing to get your hands on this. And this is from, oops, what happened? This is from that vendor in Hungary that I was mentioning. Again, it took 3 months to get to me. The first one didn't take quite that long. Not even close, but I did get them. You always take a chance, though, when ordering overseas. You can get things confiscated. You just never know. All right, and then I'll give you the link, even though Riddle of Strawberry Waterfall isn't available right now. It will be at the end of this season. And again, those of you in the Sophia Grow Out will be getting seeds for this also. I'll share with you the link from Sophia's own website. Okay, there we go. Oh, we're getting a lot of people entering. Great, great. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Sam says, inside of Secret Seed Exchange from a Russian seeds woman. I assume you're talking about heirloom micros, but I'm not sure which one you're talking about. One or ones. Jerry says, I love the looks of that one. You and me both. And Kina, that looks so nice. Yes. It's going on my in search of list. Sorry. Hey, Kristen, nice to see you. I think I did too, but I want to make sure I'm not shorting you guys. All right, a lot of hashtag tomatoes. And that's it. That's all I got for this week. 2 hours, 10 minutes. I've gone longer, and I don't like to do longer, trust me. But I'm so excited to be back with everybody that, I get chatty. Tomatoes do that to me. So let me just quickly go back. We'll see everything I talked about today. If anybody needs any links or whatever, this is Anna Kor from Germany, Purple Passion from the United States, Blood Moon from the United States, Full Moon Kiss from the United States, Mendigoria from Spain, De Costas Portuguese from Portugal, Patricia the Gardener from Russia, Marisol Corney from the US. Oh, I've got a lot of United States ones this week. Green Heart of Sophia from Sophia in Russia. Sergeant Pepper's White, honestly, the mutations are so free-flowing. I don't know. I mean, this mutation, I guess, originated in Hungary, but that's not where the original Sergeant Pepper's came from. Shy Girl is from Russia. And then Riddle of Strawberry Waterfall from Russia. All right. So let's get to some prizes. So if you've been watching me for a while, I've been in this love-hate relationship with the giveaway tool from EV Mux, which is the platform I switched to several months ago because StreamYard doubled the price. And I've never had success with their giveaway tool. So, but it seems like it might be working. So I'm going to try that first. And then if it doesn't work, I've already got the prize wheel up and ready to go. Oops, nope, wrong one. Okay, let's try this. Ooh, oh my goodness, it might be working. Wow, it's a first. By the way, this is for one of Linda Wicker Downing's spots. You get to pick 10 varieties from her. Wow, so excited. Oh my gosh, can you guys stand it? That's the first time that has ever worked. And the people that run EV Mux have been very kind and offered to troubleshoot it with me, but I'm always doing it live. I don't want to troubleshoot live. So Anne Gray 70, congratulations. If you're in this, what are we doing for? Linda's giving away 3 of these prizes, so you're one of them. If you're in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, please private message Linda Wicker Downing. If you're not, you can email me and I'll get you guys in touch with each other, but you get to choose 10 of her varieties. So thank you again, Linda, for this. Anne Gray 70. Oh my gosh. I'm not only am I excited to be back, I'm excited that EV Mux has finally fixed their giveaway tool. I think. Let's see if we can draw another name. All right. This is number 2 for Linda. 10 varieties from Linda's. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. It was just, all right. That wasn't winners. That was just showing who's entered. All right, number 2. Oh my gosh, I couldn't be happier. It's a good day. Lane Franklin, congratulations, Lane. What a great way for you to start your time with us, Lane. Congratulations. Please private message Linda Wicker Downing or email me. And then number 3. Oh my God. Can you guys even believe that this is working? You guys know what I've been through with this, those of you that have watched for a while. This is amazing. Cindy Steen, congratulations, Cindy, all the way from the Philippines. Okay, thank you. Thank you again, Linda. Then we have 5 prizes offered by Deb Toothaker. For 5 people, get to choose 5 of her varieties. So let's do this. I am just giddy. I'm giddy. I feel like I won the lottery with this giveaway tool. You don't know what I've been through. Right, Jen? This will be so great for Tomato Talk Live. And I can cancel what I'm paying for that other thing. Well, maybe I should hold on to it just in case. All right, first winner. We get 5 winners here. Thank you again, Deb. Eva Gustafson. Congratulations, Eva. Please private message Deb or email me. We have a lot of entries. Well, it looks like it's not automatically removing people that have been drawn already. So Hector's saying congratulations, Hector. So if you win twice, we'll have to draw again. Hector, please private message Deb. Keys, you need keys?
Yeah.
Evelina, congratulations. Two Evelinas. Hang on, my daughter needs car keys. Guess I left them in my purse. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Can you say hi? Look, here's my daughter. This is Riley.
Hello.
Brag. All right, keys. There you are. Have a good time, my love.
Thanks. These are the right ones? They're not the pink ones.
Well, the pink one just has an air tag in it. Here, put this on it. My tomato air tag. It is the right one.
Okay.
She's stealing my tomato air tag. Good thing I ordered another one. Okay, Evelina, congratulations. Please private message Deb. Oh no, what happened? Well, it was too good to be true. Now the give. Oh no, wait, I'm on the wrong screen. That's why. Phew! I thought the giveaway tool was gone. All right, Evelina. All right, two more. This is fantastic. Really. It was too good to be true. Now it's having everybody as a winner. All right, we go to plan B. Man, so close yet so far. Come on. Well, it worked for most of them. All right, who's this? Heidi, becoming a green stalker. Congratulations, Heidi. And final one. Man, so close yet so far. And our final winner of the day, Sherman. Congratulations, Sherman. So you guys can private message Deb. Thank you again, Deb and Linda, for offering prizes. And I'll say it one more time in case anybody joined late. Harley the Swamp Bitch is her YouTube name, and Mike, they have sent me 5,000 unknown seeds that they wanted to give away. So if you're interested in unknown seeds, I'm not going to give you all of them, but you can private message me in Facebook or email me. I'll just ask for a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I'd be happy to send you these mystery seeds. So without further ado, that's it. That's it for today. Thank you all for joining in. It's been really fun being back. I hope you can join me on Tuesday. If you missed the announcement, I'm starting up during the summer. I do a garden tour Tuesdays along with this show. And even though it's too soon for a garden tour, I will be sharing my grow list for 2025 on Tuesdays. So you can watch me twice if you want, or the recording, or none of them. But I hope you do want to join in. Thank you all for being a part of this. Live is really so special, and this community, whether you're in the group or not, this tomato world is really a special place, and it's an honor to be here with you all and just to have fun for a couple hours. So peace and love. Get your gratitude on and go grow tomatoes. Bye, everybody.